Hello everyone, and welcome to World War II at 80. I'm Ron May, your host, author, historian, and speaker on World War II history and the stories of those who served. We continue with our 8th episode today, which focuses on the events and stories of August 1944. August brought good news of a new amphibious landing in France and military progress in both the European and Pacific theaters of the war. In the Pacific theater, the island of Guam was liberated by American Army and Marine Corps forces on August 10th. The island had been captured by Japanese forces on December 8, 1941, and occupied by them for 2.5 years. After landing on Guam July 21st, Army and Marine Corps divisions fought the Japanese defenders for almost 3 weeks before securing the island. Guam was one of 5 American jurisdictions in the Pacific and the southernmost of the long Mariana Islands chain. After landing on the island July 21st, the advancement of U.S. forces was northeasterly until the battle ended on August 10th as the forces reached the northeasternmost part of the island. With the securing of Guam, all the Mariana Islands came under American control. Several of those islands were soon to be used as air bases for U.S. bombers as they began their bombing campaign on mainland Japan. Back in the European theater, throughout the month of August, the U.S. Army advanced north from Rome up the western part of the Italian peninsula, shown by the orange arrow. By the summer of 1944, the Army added 4 more divisions to the 5th Army, and by August, they had reached the Gothic line of German defenses north of the cities of Pisa and Florence. Allied advancement in France also saw progress in August. On August 15th, the Allied forces made a second amphibious invasion of France, this time on the southern coast. Codenamed Operation Dragoon, an initial force of 151,000 American and French soldiers landed along the beachhead at Provence, France. The invasion force included French Moroccans from Tunisia, who were delivered to southern France to participate in the campaign. Much like the Allied landing in northern France, amphibious ships and small craft ferried the forces to shore. But unlike at Normandy, the forces did not face enemy fire upon landing. Soon the French coastline was jammed with amphibious ships that had made land. Upon landing, U.S. forces began their push northward into German lines. In the days ahead, the number of landing forces reached 577,000. The operation successfully secured French ports along the Mediterranean coast and forced a second front in the war against Germany. Progress came to northern France in August as well. U.S. forces that had landed at Utah and Omaha beaches in early June pushed southeasterly as the British forces swung northeasterly toward Germany. A much-celebrated liberation took place on August 25th as the city of Paris was liberated after 4 years of occupation by the German military. French and American forces took a triumphant march down the historic Champs-Élysées in Paris. Thousands of Parisians gathered along Paris's streets to welcome their heroes and celebrate their long-awaited freedom. Private Robert Bobby Kidwell of Morgan County, Indiana, became a casualty in the fighting to secure southern France. He died on August 28th, 5 days before his 20th birthday. He lost his life as his unit moved up the Riviera and fought the Germans. Kidwell's body was temporarily interred in southern France before being shipped back to the United States for burial in Indiana in May 1948. In a June 5, 1948 tribute article in the Martinsville Daily Reporter, Kidwell was described as having a cheerful and kind disposition and always greeting everyone with a smile. He was especially courteous to old people and to the afflicted. When home on a short furlough, those were among the ones he visited. A moving tribute to Kidwell and other American war dead appeared at the end of the article in a poem written by Ione Duke, a neighbor of the Kidwells. Throughout the broad expanse of this fair land, the hero dead are coming home to rest. Home at last from some far distant strand, whereupon they found and died. Yes, today Bobby is back home. Tonight the American stars will shine gently upon his grave, nor shall your glory be forgotten, while time this record keeps, or honor points the hallowed spot, where valor proudly sleeps. During the month of August 1944, progress was indeed secured and celebrated, but at the cost of heroic sacrifice. Learn more about World War II history during 1944 and the stories of those who served in my World War II trilogy, Our Service, Our Stories, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. The books are available for purchase on my website, ronaldpmay.com. To contact me for questions or to schedule me for a speaking engagement, email me at ron@ronaldpmay.com. Also, be sure to check out all my other videos on my YouTube channel at World War II History and Stories with Ron May. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. See you next month for our Episode 9, featuring the events and stories of September 1944 on World War II at 80.